Welcome to your yoga practice. The focus today is getting present. So your entire practice is going to just support you on that journey, waking up all the joints, getting the energy moving, and bringing your awareness deep into your body. And we're starting in child's pose. So go ahead and come down onto your hands and knees. Let your head rest down onto your mat. Relax your elbows. And just begin to turn your awareness inward, noticing the flow of your breath. And as you breathe out, soften, relax. Just acknowledging the sacred time that you are giving yourself today on your mat to move and breathe and become more aware and more present within yourself. Go ahead and take your last exhalation, and as you breathe in, rising up, coming onto your hands and knees, and we're just going to start with a few easy cat-cows, waking up the spine. So as you breathe out, let your spine round, and as you breathe in, extending your spine long, gazing up, lifting through the tailbone. Breathing out, rounding your spine. Chin to your chest, tailbone tucks under, squeeze the belly. And as you breathe in, just reversing that movement. And let yourself flow with your own breath. Finding that vinyasa, that link between your body moving and your breath flowing. Taking in all of the little nuances that you might notice, right? Subtle sensations, areas that are tight that maybe you haven't given any notice to until this moment because you've started to move. And then you can deviate, if you'd like, a little bit from our traditional cat-cow and take a little bit of a side bend. Maybe just circling your rib cage around, your hips around, your neck around, right? So no one's watching. Just allow yourself to move in any way that feels good to you. Being intuitive with your body based on what feels good, right? What you're sensing. Let's take a few more breaths, exploring right now along the length of your spine. And then slowly take your last breath or two, and then let yourself ease back through your child's pose. And just take a nice deep breath in and a complete breath out, maybe even relaxing your jaw and just sighing out through an open mouth. It's a cleansing breath whenever we breathe out through our mouth. And then roll yourself up and just sit back on your shins, and let's take a few shoulder rolls. So as you breathe in, you can scoop your shoulders up towards your ears and breathe out to release them down your back. And just do that a couple more times, circling your shoulders out. It can feel really good here to also squeeze the shoulders up into the neck. Sometimes if we hold a lot of tension through the neck and shoulders, actually squeezing the muscles, tensing the muscles up more can be really powerful. And then let's tuck the toes. So tuck your toes, sit back onto your heels. Might need to draw your pinky toes forward here. And then bring your palms together at the front of your chest. Interlace your fingers, press the palms up, holding here and breathing. I promise your toes will not break, but this brings a lot of energy into the feet, opens up the base of the toes, and there's a lot of pressure points right at the root of your toes that will help open up all the lines of energy in your body. So really helping to facilitate that flow of awareness. Go ahead and release your hands, shake them out, maybe circle out your wrist a few times, just opening up those joints. And then coming forward onto your hands and knees, let your toes release. That might feel really nice. And then sit back onto your heels and prop yourself up on your fingers and just alternately lift one knee and then the other knee, working the front of your ankles open. And then you can also try lifting both knees, and then maybe even lifting your knees and rolling over your feet. You might get a few pops and cracks in your toes from that one. And then once you come through your squat, a little bouncing here, just to send, again, energy through the lower body, through the joints. Great. Now come into your forward fold, straightening your legs. Release your upper body and just sway the torso from side to side. It's fine for the knees to be a little bit bent here if your legs are really tight. And yeah, really check in with your breath. Take the hands all the way over to the left side and stretch the right side of your body. And then do that to the opposite side. Walk your hands way over to the right, pull your hips to the left, stretch and breathe into the left side of your body. Great. And then just come back to center. Take a couple more breaths, just hanging forward and releasing. And with your next inhalation, lift your chest, look forward, stretch out your spine, walk your feet apart, and then let your knees bend. Come down into a little squat here, like a frog pose, and then straighten your legs once more. Do that a couple more times. Just bend your knees, lift your chest. The heels can lift here. And straighten as you exhale. One more time. Take a full breath in. Open up your chest. Look up. Drop those hips low. And then release into your forward fold. So again, this practice is all about just waking everything up in your body. So lots of openings for the joints. So let yourself breathe out here in your forward fold. And with your knees a little soft, roll up slowly through your spine. Keeping your head heavy until the very end. And when you get to the top, release the shoulders. And then take your arms out to the side and take another breath in as you reach up through your fingers, arching back a little bit, folding forward with your exhalation, curling in at the bottom. And then breathe in, coming back into your halfway lift. Stretch out your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold, release. And again, roll up nice and slowly, breathing in. And again, when you get to the top, take another inhalation. Stretch the arms overhead, opening up as you arch back. Diving over your thighs, forward fold, exhale. Release your spine. Breathing in, halfway lift. And breathing out, let yourself soften and fold nice and deeply. And then last time, roll yourself up through your spine. Just dangle those arms. And this time, when you get to the top, stand nice and tall. And then reach those arms overhead. Take another breath in. Clasp your hands at the top, index fingers reaching. Take a side bend to the left. Rest your head into that left arm and just open up the space between the ribs on your right side. And rising up, take it to the opposite side, lean to the right. Breathing deeply. Come back up through center. And release your hands behind your back. Now interlace your fingers. Squeeze the scapula together. Stretch your chest open. Lift your arms away from your body. And as you exhale, tip forward from your hips. You can bend your knees a little bit. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Hang your head. Try to lift the shoulders from the ears as you press your pinky fingers towards the floor behind your head. And deep breathing into the shoulder joints. And exhale out completely. As you inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Separate your feet mat width apart. We're going to take a twist. Plant your left palm down. Bend your left knee as you lift your right arm up. Gaze up towards the sky. Keep that left knee bent, but you can work on straightening the right leg. Take it to the opposite side. Release your right palm down out in front of your right foot. Lift the left arm. Bend your right knee deeply. Gaze up. And release. Exhale. Fold yourself back forward. Breathe in, lift your chest, walk your feet back into a nice, easy hip distance width apart. And then we're going to come into our first down dog. So you can just walk your hands out and stretch yourself out here in your down dog. Right, and again, you can ask yourself, what little movements, what little stretches do I want to do? Do I intuitively know that my body will enjoy? Right, and that's part of being in the moment, is that you really are tapped into what your body needs, how it wants to move, what it may want to eat, right? What's good for it, what's not good for it. Good. And then let's take a nice full breath in. Lift your right leg, stretch it up, and really spread through your toes. You can bend that right knee, maybe bend and straighten it a few times, circle out your ankle. Again, getting into the joints. That's where the proprioception lives in our body, and that's what allows us to feel our bodies. So you breathe out, step your right foot forward, and just come into a nice deep lunge. Lean into your hips. Lift your chest, gaze forward. Breathe deep. Letting those hips really begin to open. Then tuck your left toes and stretch your hips back. See if you can straighten both legs. Release your head towards your shin bone. Breathe into the back of your body. And then coming back into your lunge, tapping that left knee down, lifting through the chest. Breathing in. And as you exhale, pulling back with those hips. Lifting your left knee and then twisting, so lifting that left arm up. Gaze up. Breathe into this nice twist, opening twist. And then we'll release the hand and step yourself back to your downward facing dog. Switching sides, lift your left leg up high. And again, you can move around a little bit, bending and straightening the knee or twisting your ankle. Right? Awakening your ability to feel yourself so that you really can anchor inside your body and become present. On your next exhalation, lunging your left foot between your hands, dropping the right knee, lean into your hips. Sometimes I like to sway from side to side a little bit in this lunge. Again, just to help the hips and the muscles open up and awaken. On your exhalation, tuck your back toes, scoop the hips up and pull back, straightening both legs, releasing the torso over the thighs. Deep breathing. And then coming back into your lunge, breathing in. And again, you can tap your right knee down and just lift your chest. Maybe it feels a little different the second time through. And then we're going to work into the twist. So lifting the back knee, lifting the left arm, gazing up. Roll your belly, roll your heart towards the sky. Drawing that left arm way back, reaching through the tips of your fingers. And then with your breath out, go ahead and release the hand. Step yourself back, downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog pose, we're going to move into plank position, upward push-up. So on your next breath in, roll yourself forward. Look up towards your belly button, roll forward, and then gaze out in front of your hands. Keep the thighs lifted. Breathing out, pull the hips up and back. Let's do that again. Breathe in, roll forward, plank pose, shoulders over the wrist, belly strong. Breathing out, downward facing dog. One last time. Bring yourself forward, find plank pose, activate your thighs. Maybe dropping the knees. As you breathe out, we're going to lower down onto the belly. And let's take a baby back bend here. So with your breath in, just curling up, lifting your forehead, chin, and chest. And we'll sweep the arms back and lift the legs up. It's really turning on the back of your body. Let all the muscles engage and firm up. When you inhale, let the chest rise even higher. And then as you breathe out, go ahead and relax your whole body down. Turn your head to one side. Breathe in and breathe out nice and deeply. Let everything go. Let everything soften. Turn your head to the opposite side, stretching your neck gently. Good. Take your last breath in. Deep breath out. And then bringing your hands back down by your shoulders and curling back up into your cobra pose, breathing in. And you can stay with cobra or just slide your hands back a few inches and press into up dog, straightening your arms, lifting your chest, lifting your gaze, and back through down dog as you exhale. Couple breaths in down dog, just feeling the changes in your body. One more deep breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Begin to walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Take a breath in, lift your chest. Walk your feet apart, again turning the toes slightly out, and then we're going to come into a deep squat once more, malasana. If it's possible, this time let your heels come to the floor. And then round your back, hang your head, and let your elbows bend and drop heavy towards your mat. Breathing here, grounding your energy. This is a pose that really brings us into the lower body by deeply opening the hips, knees, and ankles and releasing the lower spine. As these joints open, we're able to settle into our physical body, which is always here in the moment, right? A great anchor for us to be deeply grounded within. As you inhale, lift your chest. And then as you breathe out, let's come back into our forward fold. You can adjust your feet. And then once more, roll up with your in-breath. Sweep the arms overhead, gazing up to see the palms touch. And as you breathe out, bringing the hands together at the front of the chest, Anjali Mudra. And with your next breath in, arms sweep up and out. Breathing out, dive over your thighs, forward fold. Breathing in, looking forward. Breathing out, bending your knees. And sit yourself down all the way onto your mat. We're going to come onto our backs. So slowly, with your exhale, roll down through your spine. Use your abdominal muscles here. Right. Once you arrive on your back, take your feet about mat width apart, arms reach out in line with your shoulders, and we're just going to do a little windshield wiper from side to side. So keeping the feet wide apart, drop your knees over to the right, and then over to the left. Begin to feel yourself relaxing down into the support of the floor beneath you as you take those legs side to side another time. Slowing everything down now that you are here on your back. And just feeling this real gentle twist through your spine. And then bring the knees back to center and just scoop them up in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Give yourself a little hug. Getting any last little kinks out through your low back. And we're going to be moving into Shavasana. Practice goes by fast when you only have about 20 minutes. But if there is something else that you really want to do today for your practice, go ahead and press pause and go do those postures, and then you can come back and rest into Shavasana. And once you're in Shavasana, take one last deep breath, breathing in through the nose and sighing out through your mouth. Let your whole body feel as if it's sighing out. Out through the skin, out through the pores on the skin. You just gave yourself an amazing gift, spending time moving and breathing and deeply connecting with your body. Cultivating presence within yourself, awareness within yourself. And so the way that you feel yourself on your mat as you're moving and breathing, can you bring that into the rest of your day? Can you stay present with the sensations arising within you? Can you remain aware of the breath as it flows in and as it flows out? Can you stay conscious of how you feel on the inside as you navigate in the world around you, interacting with people, driving your car, doing your work, all while remaining present with yourself and your body. If you would like to continue resting in Shavasana, please feel free if you've got the time. Otherwise, when you are ready, you can just roll off onto one side. Maybe resting for a breath in fetal position. And then bringing yourself up into a seated pose. Closing your eyes, bringing your hands together at the front of your chest. Honoring this moment, your practice today, and honoring your truth. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.